sunny day anyway. So why should we complain? It was a sunny day anyway.
Say what you were just saying
It's
again.
pretty good. Kiss from a Rose is stuck in my head, and it won't leave. Is that what you meant? You want me to talk about that?
And I'm Lightning, and welcome to Thunder and Lightning Gaming.
I'm not going to sing Kiss from a Rose, except I might. Like, that's the thing. I could break out at any second. When I went to go get my glasses the other day, it was on in the waiting room. I was like, you're shitting me. There's somebody, like, we live in a computer, and somebody is, like, whoever was running the computer simulation we live in is picking on me, and I don't deserve it. It's a good song. It's not that good. Welcome to Thunder and Lightning Podcast. I'm Thunder. You already know who that is because he already introduced himself.
And because this is like podcast 30.
No, dude, not 30. I think this is 20.
Oh, really?
I think. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Let's follow the thing. Introducing our guest.
Hey.
There's no guest. Sorry, I lied to you. I won't do it again, I promise. So we're done with Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
We are done. The final boss, I didn't.
It was so easy.
You had a good idea, and I totally forgot to do this. I should have made a big deal about the fact that I said it was an easy boss, because I was like, this boss is super easy, and then it took us like literally an hour and 40 minutes to beat. I did what I could, and I think I made it.
You could just hold on to that paper.
Yeah, I could. I think I made it something pretty watchable, which is exciting. But and I think I made it into a good episode, but
Yeah.
it was a big struggle. Next time we're not going to struggle, or I'm not going to struggle. And we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But for now, do you want to quickly talk about pop culture conspiracies?
I do. So that was our first episode. We'll have more on the way. I hope you all enjoyed it. It seems like we're getting a decent amount of views on it.
And like you said, if I can speak candidly for a minute, like you said, like it's a shorter video.
Yeah.
And I think that's like obviously it was good and I liked it, the pop culture video.
Yeah.
Because I helped make it. But like I feel like some of those views have got to be like, oh, this one's short, then I'll
Right. No,
tune
that's
in.
what I'm saying. I feel like shorter videos might get some bigger results.
Yeah.
So let us know what you think, Mason. And I'm sure 3 of those are you. And thanks for watching, and we'll definitely have more of those on the way. I already got an idea of what I'm gonna do next.
Do you want to know what I just realized?
What?
The next video essay, the one that I'm doing, is also going to be short. But it's based off a conversation that you and I have in a Let's Play episode, and that episode isn't going to come out for another week.
Oh, really?
So I literally, in the episode, I was like, Mason, what do you think about the thing I just talked about? And then it's going to, like, he's going to be like, I already commented on the video essay about it.
Oh, that's funny.
Chris, how was your week?
Well,
Shut up.
Okay.
I have something important to talk about.
Okay.
I watched season 1 of My Hero Academia.
Oh, hey, yeah, you did.
You watched it with me, but
I did.
You've already seen it, so that's not news.
So what did you think
Okay, so
on my week?
this is how was your week? I watched My Hero. No, it was the first season is only 13 episodes.
Yeah.
And then every season after that is a normal 20,
I think
23,
they're in,
25 episodes.
Yeah.
It was the more I think of it's been like a week since we watched it, and I've been thinking about it. And you asked me what my favorite character was, and I didn't really have an answer, and I do now, and I want to get to that.
Cool.
But it was a good proof of concept. Like if I can, some spoilers for a second for My
Sure.
Hero Academia season 1. I knew something was going to happen with All Might. Because the way you talk about him, it was like, this guy's got to have, a big,
you've seen the other form.
Right, yeah, and I knew what his other form looked like. I didn't know episode 1 is when we were going to get into that.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a whole, 2-season
I mean, they don't
arc of him.
explain it till episode 2.
Right.
Yeah.
But right away, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is happening. I guess this is I didn't expect it to be the driving force of the anime. I thought it was going to be like a 2-season, giant, reveal.
Well, it still kind of is going to be, because only a select few know about the situation.
Yeah, it appears as though it's only the teaching staff and Midori.
Yeah.
Should I just
Midoriya,
should I just
Deku.
call him Deku?
Sure, either one.
Because that's his superhero name now, I guess, right?
Not yet. Well, yeah, I guess he
kind
did
of was
say
like
that.
he
yeah.
said, yeah, he was like, you could call me that, but now it's the name of a hero.
Yeah.
Just like that, he said it.
Yeah.
You were right. This season of television does a bad job of being like, we know you've already seen this scene, but here it is a third time.
Yeah. No, that chills out later on.
No, that's good because I was honestly getting kind of annoyed at that.
Yeah.
But the thing about season 1 was like, it was a good proof of concept for a television show. I really liked it. The characters that were super fleshed out, I really liked. The characters that weren't super fleshed out, I want to really like.
Right.
And
you're going to.
Yeah, you've told me that they do get fleshed out.
Yeah.
I saw a video. I think, do you remember the YouTuber's name is Jello Apocalypse? Do you remember he had a Pokemon? This is basically Pokemon, and it was like there was like a pants Team Rocket, and it was like ketchup and mustard. And it's the video where if you're scared of the dark, punch it comes from.
Oh, I
those
think
things.
so.
He had one on My Hero, so I watched it. And there was one part that had spoilers in it, but it was all visual, so I just was able
cool,
to. It was
cool.
yeah. But there was this part where he was like, "Let me introduce you to Class 1A," and then he was like, "Let me introduce you to Class 1B." Just kidding. They don't matter.
That becomes a plot line in the next season.
Good. I'm
Where
glad, 'cause I was
1B's
wondering.
Oh yeah, well you straight up asked. You were like, so does 1A mean something? And I was like, it does next season.
Cool. So my favorite character.
Yes, well I have to ask before we get into that because
Oh,
I am
sure.
curious now. So you know my stance on Superman.
Yeah, and you know my stance on
And I
Superman.
know your stance, and I can understand your stance on Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Just based off the first season, and it does get more in depth next season. Can you understand what I mean? Where he's just a more interesting Superman?
Yeah, no, he's Superman, but he has a B plot.
And I
You know what I
kind of
mean?
like him. Like Superman's in my top 5. So is an All Might, and I think All Might beats out Superman at this
Yeah,
point.
I mean he's literally like they did what I wanted. They took Superman and they were like, Superman's cool, but what if we made him cool and interesting?
Yeah. No,
And, like,
exactly.
They succeeded with All Might because like Superman, this is due in part to the fact that Superman is like the first superhero
Right.
with the best superpowers, to literally quote Max Landis. But his weakness, funny enough, is his weakness. He has a lame ass weakness. It's
Right.
a rock that if I get close to, I get all impervious to bullets and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'm villain of the week. I'm just gonna get some of that rock,
Right.
and I'm gonna touch you with it, and then I'm gonna win,
Right.
or you're gonna not, or I'm not gonna win because I'm a
Right.
villain. But with All Might, he literally has like a baked in weakness,
Right.
and he's getting weaker, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like even from episode 1 to episode 13, he in his own head was like, I'm getting weaker, and that's what's I said this while we were watching
He's
it.
not confident.
That's what Superman is missing. There's
Yeah.
I feel like there's never been a successful arc where Superman, All Might literally says, I'm pathetic. I'm the worst superhero ever. And it's just like, that's how I would act if I was a superhero.
Right. Especially if you were the top superhero
Right.
who's reaching the end of his heyday.
Yeah.
It's so
sooner
realistic.
than you assumed you
right.
would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said to you, I think they eventually get into his age. All Might's supposed to be around like 50. I'm pretty sure. I
Okay.
could be off a decade, but he's an older guy, 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
And it's just so interesting, because like here's how the way I look at it. Like you said, they're gonna make a All Might origin story, or they might, or they did.
They did. There's a
Okay.
what I saw was a trailer for a My Hero movie, and I saw this way before I saw the first season, so it to me looked like it was an origin story that was going to explore that he once had a sidekick and why he doesn't anymore.
Okay. That
And
is
it falls after season 3,
okay.
the movie.
Okay.
I mean, it's a flashback, but they released it after season 3.
right. Sorry, I got to burp real bad, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Anything he said that incident happened 5 years prior to episode 1 of My Hero.
The incident that gave him his weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything before that is probably going to be very atypical Superman-esque.
Yeah.
It's just, here I am, I'm All Might. The only interesting part is that, and it's funny because we've made 2 video essays pretty soon about Duncan on this. The only interesting part is, but I can turn into a weakling, and that's my true form.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of a spoiler. Sorry.
Well, I
You kind of assumed.
said spoilers a couple minutes ago.
That's a spoiler for you.
Oh. Oh,
Okay.
whatever. Well, no, it's not. He said he was like made his superhero. He wasn't born with his quirk. He was,
so
it
we've
was
gotten
given to
to
him.
that part. Yeah,
Yeah.
All Might is also quirkless,
right,
same as Deku.
right.
So his weak form, that's who he was growing up. That's
Right.
who he is.
He never has irises though. So. I thought like when I saw All Might and I was like that guy. I almost said a bad word. That guy doesn't have any eyes. He's just a black void like
Yeah.
Donkey Kong. I was like that's probably
There he
just
is.
for.
By the way, I've been looking at All Might this
Oh
whole
yeah,
time.
you just bought an All Might keychain
I did.
today.
I did.
And I embarrassed myself at GameStop. No, I just thought that was like a stylistic choice, and it is, but I didn't realize every single scene he was
Yeah.
gonna have no eyes.
How's about, because we just finished season 1, how's about that? And I'm glad you thought it was hype, because it was kind of a dumb joke they made this whole season, but then it was cool for a minute. All Might's always smiling, except that
And then
one time he wasn't,
yeah.
because
And then literally
they
like
were screwing with kids.
Deku like looked at the camera and was like, "He's not smiling." Do you know that? I didn't know that.
Well, but even before Deku said that, you were like, "Yo, he's not smiling." And I was like, "Yeah, it's almost kind of scary."
Yeah, I hope that happens. Like, I hope that's a thing.
I'm not going to give anything away about it.
No.
But the ending arc of the next season is probably the closest I've come crying to a TV show.
Oh,
And I might actually if we watch it again.
I've never cried watching an anime.
No, you've never cried watching anything.
Never. I never
No.
cry. I actually burnt my tear ducts, so I never cry. Especially at anime. I've never cried at anime.
No.
The end.
Yeah.
It's just the truth. I've just never cried at an anime. You're weird for almost doing it.
Oh yeah. No. Bye Butterfree.
Shut up. Don't talk about it. I'm going to anyways. So call me weird.
No,
But-
sure. Yeah, hit me with your favorite character. We've spent way too much
It's-
time talking about My Hero, but I'm glad
It's
we are.
Bakugo.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so here's my deal. And maybe I'm weird, but I can just I make the joke, but it's it's the easiest way to describe this. Bakugo is the Draco Malfoy character for
Yeah.
all intents and purposes. Deku is to Harry Potter as Bakugo is to Draco Malfoy.
As
He's
All
a
Might is to I almost said Gandalf.
Dumbledore?
Yeah.
Sure. Whoa. Oh, that's what happened. No, he's literally like he's a bully and he's sort of like cooler and more powerful than Deku as of right now.
Right.
But and I always find myself gravitating towards that character. In Little Witch Academia, my favorite character is Diana. In Dragon Ball right now, my favorite character is Vegeta. Like, and I think it's because I can sense a redemption arc.
Yeah.
You know, like even if Bakugo hasn't had a redemption arc yet in the bit of the show that
Yeah.
you've watched, I can sense it coming. Like Vegeta's a weird case because I started watching Dragon Ball like 20 years after it was
Right,
out.
right.
But so I already knew he was going to be a good guy. But like even if I didn't, I like as soon as Namek starts, you're kind of like, is he turning good? He's kind of good now.
Yeah.
Um,
Or at least neutral.
and the same with Diana from Little Witch Academia. Like she's a stone cold bitch, and she always bullies the main character. But she's one, way better than the main character, and two, I could sense a deeper like we're gonna get to know more about this character, and they're gonna
Okay.
kind of have a redemption arc. Maybe not with the main character, but definitely with the audience.
See, I think it's interesting, and I have seen a bit more than you have, but I could still see it going either way. But I kind of feel the opposite. I think we're seeing the beginning of Deku's arch nemesis
Supervillain?
enemy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that could be cool too, but I think I would like it more. I would like
if
it
they
more
teamed up.
if
Or
yeah,
not teamed up, but they were on the same side.
No, yeah, I think I would like it more if we got to a point where it was just like the villain organization that we kind of met at the end of season 1. They just get bigger and more powerful, and now Bakugo kind of like has to be good to fight them, and then he's like, maybe I like being good, but I'm still a shithead. You know?
Okay, sure. No, there's gonna be a lot of secondary character plot growth, and even with characters you haven't even met yet.
Okay.
Season 2 and season 3 really, there's a lot of characters on My Hero that I care about now,
Yeah.
and it's because of the upcoming seasons.
Okay.
They're just really good. And the hero organization, you learn a lot about that and how it works, and the school, and they're going to give you a decent amount of depth that you've been looking for, and I think you're going to appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, that's why you were like, do you want to watch more? And I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll watch more. Cuz
Yeah.
it's not like if that was it, if it was like 13 episodes, there was never any more My Hero, I'd be like, well, it was okay. But I
Right.
know that there's going to be more, and they're going to, you know.
No, it gets really good.
What's the name of main character girl? I can never remember. It's like
Ochako?
Ochako. I really want to like. I was telling you this. I really want to like her, but I fear as though I've seen everything that character has to offer, personality-wise.
It gets a little bit deeper, but you've seen her overall demeanor for everything.
Okay. But how was your week? I won't interrupt you this time.
My week was all right. Band's been working on some new material.
Yeah.
My
I'm also excited about that.
yeah.
That was also in my week.
Yeah, no, we got some. Oh yeah, you heard essentially all the new original stuff we have. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Cool. Beyond that, I realized why I haven't been playing games in a while in my personal life. It's because I just finished Simpsons Hit and Run, and I just have zero ambition to play video games right now.
You should play a good video game. May I suggest The Legend of Zelda Breath
No,
of the Wild?
Okay, sure. Well, I'm trying to do the first one, and it's
Yeah.
just it's hard, and like I'm just in a weird funk,
Yeah.
and it's okay. I'll get out of it. I just
And here's the thing about the original Legend of Zelda. If you just give up tomorrow and you're like, yeah, I gave up, I would lose no respect for you as a gamer. I'd be like, yeah, I gave up too.
Okay.
I literally recently gave up on that game. Like,
Oh, really?
I beat it once a long time ago with my old friend Tyler, but I was playing it on the NES Online
Yeah.
app. I think that's what you're playing it on, right?
No, GameCube.
Oh, right. You got the Master Quest collection or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. No, and I just like eventually I was like, this is hard, and there's other newer, more fun video games.
Yeah.
I have been playing an NES game though.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
I don't think I've ever talked
Oh,
about
okay.
this. It's called Wrecking Crew. Do you know what that is?
No.
It stars Mario. You play
Okay.
as Mario, and if you play 2-player, you play
'Cause
as
why
Luigi. And it's for the NES. They just released it on the Nintendo Online NES catalog or whatever. And I've always heard about it. I've never played it, and it's like really fun. It's got everything that and like in terms of like quality of life stuff, it's got everything that an NES game needs, I think. It's got 100 levels, and you
Okay.
don't have to play them in order.
Oh, cool.
You can pick whatever level you want. So, like, what I'm trying to do is beat every level once, not on the same life, but like, right now I'm stuck on level 12. I'm not going to move to level 13 until I beat level 12, but every time I try level 12, I don't have to start at level 1. I can just do level 12 over and over again.
Okay.
And it even goes as far as like other NES games would have been like, well, now that you've beaten level 12, you can play it as many times as you want. But this game is literally like, you just turned it on, you want to play level 100, go right ahead. But it's essentially, this is a bad comparison because this is just a parody of games like this, but it's essentially Fix-It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph, which they did release on the phone app. It's literally just like there's stuff to destroy. The stuff you destroy is in the background. You're in the foreground. It's one button to destroy stuff. Sometimes destroying stuff takes multiple hits, and then sometimes the ladders are also destroyable, so you want to destroy those last if there's stuff up the ladder to get you. And there's enemies, and where it gets interesting, and it's sort of like a puzzly type game, is that you can't kill the enemies. Nothing you do can kill the enemies. So you just
Okay.
have to avoid them, and it's got stuff that I like. It's got weird, intricate ways of getting a 1-up, which is cool. It's got like weird rules about power-ups. It's cool. I really like it.
Nice.
I'm not going to talk about Dragon Quest Builders anymore, but it
Okay.
does not end. I am on chapter 4 of 4, and I just like it's unfortunate because I am having a lot of fun, but I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, I just got to get through it, and then I can get to do whatever you want mode. I would talk about Fire Emblem Heroes, but that game's not out yet.
No.
I
Not
went to,
for one more day.
I went to GameStop today. I was like, hey, dude, I didn't pre-order Fire Emblem, but can I get it? And he was like, that game doesn't come out today. And I was like, oh, fuck, well, I guess I'll pre-order it.
And you got the last one, so
Yeah,
he says.
yeah,
I have
I
a
got the
feeling
last-
he might have been lying, but.
Oh,
knows?
you think he was just like talking that up to
Yeah.
get me to? Well, I don't know.
He seems like somebody who wanted to seem cool.
yeah, they've also done that before to me, so I don't know if that credits them in one way or another. But when I bought the Switch, they were like, "We're getting 9 Switches," and I was like, "Can I?" Oh, well, I was like, "Can I pre-order it?" And she was like, "Yeah, but you have to put down 50 because it's a console." I was like, never mind." She was like, "We're getting 9 of them, and 7 of them have already been pre-ordered."
Yeah.
And I was like, well, then I will do that. So I never thought about it that way. Maybe they are lying.
Oh yeah, just to get you to buy it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're told to fudge the numbers, so it seems like you need to get it.
Well, it
because they're a
definitely-
salesman.
Yeah, it definitely worked with the Switch. It almost didn't work with Fire Emblem, but like I'm gonna be in the area tomorrow, so I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll talk about that next week. Let's talk about news,
Sure.
and by news I mean so let's talk about San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say let's talk about John Travolta at Boston Comic Con.
No, I don't want to shit on Boston Comic-Con any longer. Although I would. But I want to talk about the really good Comic-Con,
Sure.
the San Diego Comic-Con. Let's get this right out of the way. DC was just like not there. DC,
Oh.
I fully expected a Wonder Woman trailer. They have a new Wonder Woman movie coming out. Like,
yeah, it's almost like they're not good.
and I was expecting Marvel levels of like, here's what we got, here's what we're working on, here's a Wonder Woman trailer, and instead we got nothing. I think they announced a couple animated here and there stuff.
As if they're not Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple things not Marvel before we just talk about Marvel for a long time. Did you see the Cats trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer. I've seen pictures though, and
It's you
Yeah.
gotta see them in motion, dude. It's so horrifying. It's like, first of all, the movie is riddled with people who are not actors, like Taylor
Okay.
Swift and Jason Derulo and people like that. They got Jennifer Hudson, which is cool. She's a great singer and she loves musicals, so that's cool. But rather than doing makeup, everyone's a weird CG
Yeah.
furry bait monster, and it's just the weird. It's so I can't. I can't. It's so weird. When you watch the trailer, there's a part where they got such a bunch of good actors are in this movie. Idris Elba's in this movie. Fucking Ian McKellen is in this goddamn movie.
Wow.
Dame Judi Dench is in this movie. And like there's a part in the trailer where they where it like shows the actor's name and then who they're playing. When you watch the trailer, look out for Jason Derulo cuz he looks whack. His face is like his face like moves before his head does. It looks so bad.
It's weird that like 2 movies in a row, they were just like, "Hey, we got this big CG thing coming out, and it just looks awful."
What was the other? What,
Sonic. I thought we were beyond
yeah.
this point in CGI.
Yeah, like there's no reason for CG to look
Yeah.
bad.
Or if
Because-
it does, don't do it.
right? No, that's the
Because
thing. Like,
puppeteering is back, and like costumes are back, and you
ma-
can make them look
makeup.
good.
When they said, "Have you ever seen Cats anything?" They always do makeup.
Oh yeah, no,
They
I
do,
mean,
like, full
Cats
body
looks
suits
a
and
certain
makeup.
way, and society has deemed it acceptable.
Right, and they totally like. I feel like they should have done that. I don't know
Yeah.
why they didn't. I
Or
don't know.
or just make CGI cats like
Normal
like
cat,
a Pixar movie.
Make them not people.
Yeah, and then just have these people voice them.
Cats is just a gritty Pixar movie.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that. No, I think they're targeting a specific audience, and I don't think even.
I don't think that audience exists.
when they furries.
They don't even like it, right?
That's what I'm saying. The furries are like, get this shit away from me. So if furries are reacting this negatively to the furry bait movie of the year, then like you screwed up.
Yeah.
Again, twice in a row. There was Sonic, and then there was Cats, and it's like they hated both of those. So you fucked up something.
Are you talking furries specifically?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Sure.
I saw an image of a character from Breath of Fire 2 that like awakened something in me. She was just like this super hot redhead tiger girl. Anyways, let's talk about Marvel.
Sure.
Because Marvel dropped 11 consecutive bombs.
Yeah.
So the first one is Black Widow. We knew about this.
Yeah.
They confirmed David Harbour's character's name is Alessi, which is funny because that's the name of the Russian cop that they're dragging around in Stranger Things 3. The Russian
Oh yeah, I thought
guy.
he was Alexei.
Alexei, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. They confirmed the Taskmaster is going to be the villain. We didn't get a trailer, which I thought was weird. I thought if we got a trailer for one thing, it would have been Black Widow. But no, we did not. So Disney Plus is like part of the schedule now. So like it's going to go like movie, TV show,
Okay.
stuff like that. So next is The Falcon and Winter Soldier, which, you know,
Is a TV show.
yeah,
right?
TV show on Disney Plus. I could take or leave that.
Yeah.
It might be fun. I hope they explore the like, can I really be Captain America?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we have the Eternals, which is as you know, like the creators of like everything. You know what I mean? Like the Celestials and the
Yeah,
Eternals
yeah.
and stuff. That one has an all-star cast: Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie, Kumail Nanjiani, Robert Madden, the guy who played Robb Stark.
Okay. Who is it just about them? There's no like Avengers in that, or
No, this is just an Eternals movie. It's a
Okay.
whole new thing.
Sure.
Like when they did Guardians and they were like,
Right. Right.
suspend
True.
your fucking preconceived notions because it's a whole new thing and you're gonna love it. And then they're doing Shang-Chi. Sorry, the text is really small. Shang-Chi: The Legend of the Ten Rings, which is exciting because everyone's talking about how it's like the first like big screen Chinese superhero, and that's cool. But I want to talk about the second part of that title, which is the Ten Rings part, because the Ten Rings is the organization that the Mandarin works for.
Oh.
And they said they're going to do the real Mandarin in this one.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's
Somebody we know specifically will be hyped about that, I guess.
yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay. But that's cool. WandaVision TV show. It's going to be Wanda, the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Vision,
Yeah.
which, and they confirmed it takes place after Endgame. So I don't know what they're going to
Oh,
do about that
interesting,
because
okay.
Vision, spoiler
Is dead.
alert, exploded twice. Then the one that I'm personally most excited for, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
So that's interesting for a few reasons.
Yeah.
Not to steal your
No,
spotlight
go for
here,
it.
but it's going to be a horror movie. Which
Yes,
is
it's going to be
exciting.
their. It's still going to be PG-13,
Yeah.
but it's going to be their first attempt at an honest-to-goodness horror film, which is
cool.
They confirmed Elizabeth Olsen is going to be in that film, so Scarlet
okay.
Scarlet Witch is going to make an appearance. In
I mean,
it
it
so,
only makes sense. She's
people-
the other psychic.
yeah, people are theorizing that we're finally going to get the like, she's going to go from being Wanda to being the Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
type deal.
That'd be cool.
But I think you wanted to talk about the use of the word multiverse.
Yes, because don't do it again. It was cool in Spider-Man with the illusions
the
guy,
fake out.
but don't do it again.
Yeah,
If you're gonna throw it out there, make it a thing,
right.
and show me Robert Downey Jr.
No, dude. Wait, what?
Well, no, I mean he could be alive in a different universe.
Oh no,
so-
I see what you're saying. Yeah. No,
and that'll make people cry.
I don't know what to expect from it, but I'm really excited, and I love the title. It's the word "in." It's just a 2-letter word. It's a preposition, but I love the use of the word "in." They just don't name movies like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the feeling I want to go into a movie. It's like, remember the Doctor Strange character from Infinity War? He's going to be in a new movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
No, it's cool. They have an opportunity to show me one X-Men's, and
yeah.
and it could be any of them,
right.
but it could really be Deadpool. Because wouldn't it be amazing if Deadpool was in the first ever horror MCU movie, and it's like, you want a comic relief for 2 seconds in this movie? Here's a jump scare of Deadpool. Wouldn't that be the best? It's just like, it's me, Deadpool. It would be awesome. I'm sorry, everybody who listens to these podcasts. Every time they mention
multiverse.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out an X-Men,
and
it's always gonna be Deadpool.
It's interesting you bring that up because fucking who is Scarlet Witch? She's Magneto's daughter.
Right.
Scarlet Witch is Magneto's daughter, and they could explore the possibility of X-Men if there's a multiverse. We talked about this when we talked about Far From Home, and it's just right there. I don't think they're gonna do it, but they really
could. And
could.
also, his son's dead. Let's talk about that with him.
His son is dead?
Silver guy.
Oh, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Well, he's not fucking dead in the X-Men movies. So
those are dead.
No, I'm saying, like, if Quicksilver from the X movies comes over and she's
right.
You're Quicksilver?
And you're a better actor?
No, tell me about it. I don't think you've ever seen Apocalypse or Days of Future Past,
No.
but, like...
I've seen Kick-Ass, and I loved him in that. Which is upsetting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. You're talking about...
I was talking about the
other
other
guy.
Quicksilver, Evan Peters.
I'm talking about...
You're talking about Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
No, he's only ever been good in Kick-Ass. He wasn't good in Godzilla, and he wasn't good in Avengers.
Yeah.
He has one good scene. It was deleted. Next, we have Loki, the Loki TV show. So the Loki TV show is everything we thought it was going to be. It's going to take place after he dips in Endgame.
Oh, cool.
And did you see the logo for this
No.
TV show? It takes the letters from other movies. Like, literally, the L is the L from the Incredible Hulk movie.
Oh, wow.
The shitty one, yeah. The other three are unaccounted for, but it's literally like a mismatch of four different logos.
Wow.
Because it's like he stole them from other continuities.
That's funny.
Next is something I'm really excited about. Marvel's first ever animated television show. It's going to be called Marvel What If. And it's got like a huge... I didn't even bring the list up because it would take me like a full minute to read them all. But it's got a huge list of like, look at all the people returning to be in What If.
Wow.
And it's literally like fucking Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston. Like...
Yeah.
Just way too many to name. Like a bunch of people that I'm like, wow. And it's just cool. They didn't really say much about that. These next ones they didn't really say much about. They showed off Hawkeye, another show.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have Kate Bishop in it, which is cool. She's the female Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's gonna be Hawkeye coming to terms with Ronin stuff that he did in Endgame.
Yeah.
And also training the
His
next
daughter?
Hawkeye. Not his daughter.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
not
think
his
Kate
daughter.
Bishop is his daughter, no. But she is the next Hawkeye, like, in the comics or whatever.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be, like, him coping with all the Ronin shit he did and him also training this person to be a non-super-powered superhero.
Cool.
And then something that everybody has mixed feelings about, Thor.
Yes.
What's it called again?
Love and
Thor,
Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
Which they better... Here's the thing. Immigrant Song is Thor's song.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
As well it should be. I know that song is used in a lot of movies, but it finally makes sense.
I think with Bro Thor, his theme song should be God of Thunder by Kiss.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with it.
I'll show you it.
Okay.
Actually, maybe you could put a clip in, and I'll show you it, and I think it'd be perfect
Okay.
for Bro Thor.
Assuming that he's Bro Thor in Thor Love and Thunder.
On the poster, he is.
There's a poster?
It might have been fake. It
Yeah.
looked super 80s, and it was really cool.
Oh, yeah, I'm
It
not
might have
sure
been
about
fake.
that. As far as I know, we just got the...
Is that coming? I mean, I guess it must be because I didn't talk about it. That's coming out before Guardians 3 then?
Oh, sorry. So, Guardians 3 was not talked about because there's a bit of a legal issue. James Gunn has to finish Suicide Squad 2 before he can
interesting.
talk or release or whatever Guardians 3.
So
Guardians,
we don't know, but it could be in the works.
Guardians 3 is coming probably way before any of the stuff I mentioned.
Oh, okay. So
Because Thor,
that makes me feel a
these
little
are all
better.
slated. Thor Love and Thunder is November 5th, 2021.
Yeah, okay. That makes me feel better because I really better get the arc of if Thor's no longer Bro Thor, I want to see it. I want to see what happens. I want to know what happens. And
Or
that could
hear
all
about
take
it.
pla- Right,
Like
or
maybe
hear
he
about
leaves Guardians of the Galaxy and he's still Bro Thor and he's like, I'm going to go do this.
No, and that's fine. I want to know. I want a mini arc of him as a side character in Guardians before the next Thor movie.
I think we're gonna get it.
That's
I'm really
right.
excited.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's the
big-
order I wanted them to go in.
The big talking point about Thor: God of Love and Thunder. It's even hard to say. Taika Waititi is directing it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
He's the guy who made Thor good again. Chris Hemsworth is going to be in it, the guy who plays Thor.
Right.
Tessa Thompson, the woman who plays Valkyrie, is going to be in it.
Yep.
Natalie Portman, the woman who plays Jane Foster, is going to be in it. So, if for those of you who don't know, Natalie Portman had a bit of a falling out with Marvel.
Yeah.
There was like some bad blood or something, but it kind of just like went away, and now Natalie Portman was kind of in this mood of like, I'm fine, they're fine, we're all fine. They put me in Endgame, I didn't want to be, but I'm fine with it. I was at the Endgame premiere, and now she's going to reprise her role as Jane Foster in Thor: Love and Thunder. The problem is that Jane Foster becoming Thor is a really cool storyline, and that's the Love and Thunder storyline, but Natalie Portman, like, kind of sucked.
Yeah, she didn't do a great job, and the other thing too is not only didn't she do a great job in the two Marvel movies she actually has lines in,
Yeah.
but Chris Hemsworth. This better not be the end of Chris Hemsworth's character Thor, who's actually Thor. He's just so good at it, and he's just starting to get good at it.
Yeah.
Like not
Well,
to hit
even-
any fault of his own, just the writing's finally
Right.
getting good for
No,
Thor.
and he recognizes that. That's why he's still doing it.
Right.
He was going to be done with Endgame along with the rest of them, but he was like, no, this is fun again. But
Right.
like, if this was the end of Thor, the character, I wouldn't be surprised because he has been doing this for like 13 years by the time that movie comes out.
I just
know?
what a bad replacement.
No, what I want to happen, I've seen other movies do this, but I think this would be cool if Thor: Love and Thunder, the movie, is happening, and then all of a sudden there's another Thor, and it's like, whoa, who's that? And then it's revealed that it is Jane Foster, and he's like, Jane? And then they talk, and, that she's in the rest of the movie. But, like, I feel like in
I
this
think you
weird...
should dub over Chris Hemsworth's parts for this movie.
Did I do a good impression?
It was. I can't tell if it was good or just funny, but it was
Okay.
in the
Well,
middle.
I'll accept
so
that.
isn't his character.
Oh my God, never mind. I just love Thor so much.
That's what I'm saying.
My favorite scene in Ragnarok is when they're sneaking through the city and they run into Valkyrie, and Valkyrie's like, "What are you wearing?" He's like, "This is my disguise," and she's like, "But I can see your face." He's like, "No, not if I go like this, you can't."
That's what. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so bittersweet if this is the last Chris Hemsworth Thor movie.
And
by
no, I see what you're
bittersweet, I mean
saying.
the future's gonna be bitter, but at least we got another Chris Hemsworth
Right.
Thor movie.
No, I know what you're saying. If this is the last Chris Hemsworth Thor movie, and then we're left with now Natalie Portman's gonna do it, I think that would leave a bad taste in my mouth. But I think if they coexist, I think if it's like this
I'd be
could
cool
be
with that.
this could be the last Thor movie. He's still alive, and so is Jane.
I'd be cool with that. I'm cool with like Rogue Thor if he doesn't want to be the Asgardian king and Natalie Portman takes over and she's the Asgardian queen. I'm cool with that.
Well, at the end of Endgame, if you remember, he makes Valkyrie king of Asgard.
He absolutely does, but
She doesn't want it. Is that what you were gonna?
I feel like there might be a I feel like there's gonna be a warrior doesn't necessarily make a good ruler, and Valkyrie
Yeah.
acknowledges that and gives gives it to Natalie Portman's character.
That'd be cool. Also, I could be wrong about this because I've never actually read. I don't read a lot of comic books. I put on this facade that I do, but I really don't. I'm pretty sure that Jane Foster Thor has terminal illness, and her illness gets worse and worse every time she uses Thor powers.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I
kind
could
of
be
like
wrong.
All Might.
Kind of like All Might, except like All Might will be fine. But like I think there's literally I'm not sure. This could be true, but I'm not sure. I think Jane Foster Thor literally dies in Thor: God of Thunder's arms because she
Oh.
like uses her power again, and she's like, I wasn't supposed to. I think.
Oh, maybe that's how this movie will end.
As we were talking, I was like, oh yeah, she totally like is dead or something.
Maybe maybe we get and kill female Thor in one movie.
As long as she's cool. And here's the thing, like, I have so much faith in Taika Waititi. Every single actor in Thor Ragnarok who was in another Marvel property is like, I like doing this again because of him.
Yeah.
Like he's like the reason that Chris Hemsworth is still Thor.
Right.
Because he made Thor so good.
Oh yeah.
And I have faith that he can do it again with Jane. I really do. Natalie Portman, not a great actress, not my favorite actress. I think because of him, I think she's going to do a great job.
She could, and well, that would actually be really interesting though if she doesn't make it out of this movie, because that could set the stage for Chris Hemsworth's Thor to get his act together,
Yeah,
go back to
what
being
if
Thor.
what? Yeah. There's that. That they yeah. No, I like that. What if
If
there
you're
was-
listening, guy whose name I love but can't pronounce,
Taika Waititi?
yeah,
Yeah.
we got the good stuff.
It's all right. It took me a while too.
And
His
if
name
you
is,
don't do it, you can catch it on an episode of If We Made It 3 years from
yeah,
now.
coming out in December of 2021. So look out for that. Hopefully by then we'll have 40 subscribers.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Sorry, I got too real for a sec. I upset myself. What was I just gonna say? Fuck.
Natalie Portman dies. Chris Hemsworth gets back on track.
I was talking about.
That'd be a good arc. That's just where we left off before we made
Oh
a joke.
no, that's what I was gonna say. What if So this is my pitch for Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor is bro Thor
Right.
in the movie. He kind of sucks, but he's still like, I gotta, I'm Thor.
Yeah.
And then he finds Jane Thor. I don't know if she has I think she's just called the Mighty Thor, which is a little confusing. I'm just gonna call her Jane Thor. But like, so maybe the beginning of the movie is like him and Valkyrie like, I'm not Thor, but I should be, and I could be, and I can't be Thor, but I'm Thor. And then he meets Jane, and he's like, oh shit, there's another Thor. I can cool it. I don't have to be Thor anymore. We find out about Jane's terminal illness. She dies. The end of the movie is him being like, no, I really got to be Thor now. And then we're left with like, maybe even after the credits scene is one where he's like buff again. Or
Yeah.
like just a tease of like, if there's a Thor 5, which there probably won't be, but if there is one, it'll be Thor again. Real Thor and not bro Thor.
Who'd ever suspect that between Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., and Chris Hemsworth, that one of them would be getting a fourth movie?
I know. Are you kidding me? Honestly, after the Avengers, because
Yeah.
you got to think about it, it was literally Iron Man 1, the fucking Incredible Hulk movie, Iron Man 2, Captain America movie, Thor movie, Avengers movie, right? If you sat me
And
down,
two of those weren't too fantastic. And one of them's Hulk, and the other one's the first Thor movie.
yeah, see, even within even within those 5 movies, back when it was just those, even then Thor isn't like Thor's,
No.
like you said, is like quantifiably the second worst out of all of those.
Oh, yeah.
I know people don't like Iron Man 2. I don't really care for Iron Man 2. I'd
It's-
watch it over Thor again, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Me too.
Um,
You know what's funny? Right after this, I'm going to watch an Avengers movie, MCU movie, with my grandparents because they wanted to get into it.
okay.
We're following the timeline as close as possible, how it's supposed to be done, not how
Right.
they were released. And Thor and Iron Man 2 are kind of interchangeable. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be, huh?
Yeah, I said
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. And they're only 2 movies in. Captain America, Iron Man. I kind of don't want to throw Thor at him right away because that might turn him off completely.
I would just because
I've warned him
just to,
so much.
just to split up Iron Man and Iron Man 2. Are you just straight up skipping the Incredible Hulk?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good.
They,
It's a short watch. It just
oh, yeah, no.
it's the only MCU movie I've only seen once.
Oh, really?
Oh, besides Dark World.
Okay, sure. No, they loved Iron Man.
I mean, Iron Man's still phenomenal.
No, absolutely. It's so early off for such a kind of stinker.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't show
Yeah.
Avengers before you show
No,
Thor
exactly.
if you're going to show Thor.
You would miss. I mean, you'd get it. You'd figure out what's happening.
Yeah.
But it'd be these characters would be so much better off. Like,
no, I mean, and
Yeah.
the funniest part of the movie won't land.
Right.
When he's like she's like he killed 40 people and he's like he's adopted.
Right.
The only
Right.
funny thing that Thor says for like 4 movies.
Yeah.
But no, what I was going to say is like if you sat me down at the end of Avengers and you were like, which one of those heroes do you think is going to get a 4th installment of their franchise? Don't say Avengers. And I'd probably say Iron Man.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Iron Man had already had 2 before Thor even had 1, I think.
Right.
And Thor was just okay. And I
Yeah.
missed Thor Dark World, and I was was kicking myself for like a good couple years, like, I should have seen it. And then Alex was like, you really don't have to see it. And I was like, well, I want to see Ragnarok before I see, because I skipped Ragnarok because I didn't see Thor 2, so I was like, whatever. And I wanted to see everything leading up to Infinity War, so I only watched Dark World because I wanted to watch Ragnarok, and I watched them on the same day. I almost didn't watch Ragnarok because I was so upset
Wow.
that Thor Dark World was so bad,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, no, it looks good, let's just throw it in. And I think that was the best mentality to go into that movie because it's fucking great, and I absolutely loved it.
My dad hated Thor until he saw Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Because I think, like most people,
Right.
he was just like, it's bad. And I was like, I get it. I really
No,
get
I'm
it.
honestly, knowing your dad, I'm not surprised that he was like that. That he was like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I don't want to watch the third Thor movie because I
Yeah.
wouldn't have wanted to either.
He didn't watch the second one. He
Oh,
didn't
he
even
didn't?
like the first one.
Oh, damn.
Which, whatever. It's not great. And if it's not your thing, I can understand not liking it.
It's just like, the people who made it tried their best, but like they did what they thought they should have done. They made Thor this like royalty,
Yeah.
like no bullshit, like I'm a super serious, this is sort of a romantic drama type thing. And then Taika Waititi comes in and he's like, okay, using that, I'm going to make my Thor, and it's
Yeah.
going to be great.
No, I mean, it was actually kind of a nice arc.
Yeah.
He starts off almost alien-like about how, super heroic he is and all this crap.
Yeah.
And just slowly over time, being with these humans, he's chilled out.
He's literally, Thor as a character has 0 character development until Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, his only bit of character development is
His mother died.
my mother died, I have an evil brother, and we thought the Norse gods were gods, but it turns out they're aliens. And the latter 2 I just mentioned are flushed out in the first 30 minutes of the first Thor movie.
Yeah.
And then from there, he's just punch good lightning throw.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm excited about that. It sucks that one's the most far away because that one's the one I'm anticipating
Oh,
the
me
most
too.
because I was like, this could suck, but I know it won't. And like, I really want Thor to be good, and he
Well,
is good.
it could
and
even be. Here's the thing: it could still be unlike most fanboys at this point. I can appreciate that it could still be a good movie, and me not like the outcome of it.
yeah.
You know?
Oh, you're saying like the movie that was a great movie, but the ending was bad, so 0 out of 10.
Right.
Yeah. No, I feel that. No, were you referring to Last Jedi?
Yeah.
You fucking don't bring Last Jedi into you come into my house, talk to me about Last Jedi.
I love that movie.
No, me too.
That's we're on the same page.
It's funny you mention that because I was thinking about it the other day. Like I was like, I just like took a second to like think about Star Wars, and I was just like, Last Jedi was good, and I was just like, Force Awakens is way better.
Really?
I like Force Awakens so much better. I've seen
All
Force
right.
Awakens like upwards of 11 times. I've seen Last Jedi 3 times.
Okay.
And it's like they're both good. I love Force Awakens so much more, and I hope that Episode 9 is. And like I said, I'm not in the camp where I'm like Last Jedi was awful, but like, in my opinion, it wasn't as good. And I'm hoping that 9 can meet the
Bring it home.
Yeah, bring it home, especially because it's the same director.
Yeah.
No,
I have high hopes.
And like, there's no denying that the only difference between Last Jedi and Force Awakens was the director.
Right. We've been going on for a while now.
Yeah. No, I think we're good.
Okay.
I talked about all the Marvel stuff I wanted to touch on. Was there just real quick? Was there anything else at Comic-Con that you can remember that you were excited for that you wanted to talk about?
John Travolta.
John, not that Comic-Con.
No, I think I'm good.
Oh, there was a bunch of stuff about the Arrowverse Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover.
Oh,
but, like,
yeah.
you know, it looks good. It continues to look good. When I'll talk about it when it actually airs.
Yeah.
they did reveal this. I kind of don't agree with. They did reveal that it's going to be over 2 quarters, which means the crossover is going to end the mid-season break and begin the mid-season break. So I'm
Oh.
going to have to wait all through Christmas to find out how it ends. But I'll get over it. But yeah, next week. Next week? When is this going up? Yes, next week. Thursday. New game. It's called Resident Evil 2. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I am going to talk about, like, I think it's going to be really good. I've been working hard on it. It's basically a speed run, but it's not really a speed run. But I'm gonna practice a couple more times before
Yeah.
we actually record it, which we should actually do like Monday or something.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that not on air. But yeah, that's really I'm really looking forward to that. So look out for that this Thursday. The next video essay is going to be one that I do. It's about Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four villain and Magneto, the X-Men villain. And then after that, it's going to be another one that both of us do.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that next time. So look out for that. And with that, I've been Thunder.
I'm like.
And we'll see you next time.